right, here we go. Coach Corbin Show once again on the road. And this time, if you can't tell, we are in the drama room with our regional champs behind us. Let's hear some noise. You can, there we go. All right, so we'll be talking about one-act play here in a second. But first, with Coach Corbin, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about last week's game.
Yeah, and thank you guys for joining us on the Coach Corbin Road Show. We've been traveling all over the state, and by popular demand, we're in the House of Champions right now, so appreciate Ms. Burton having us, and thank you so much for guys behind us doing a great job. Last week faced a very tough Stillwater opponent, really, really good team, well coached, and I'm really proud of our kids, believe it or not, in a couple of areas that we improved upon. Our kids limited penalties for the most part, kind of came together. And anytime that you have a tough loss, it's almost like sometimes popular culture kind of wants you to like turn against each other. And I was really proud of our kids to see that didn't happen. And when times got tough, we actually came together, and I was really, really proud of our kids because of that. Life, you want to win every game, and I say that sometimes you only learn lessons the hard way, and it's always more fun to not learn them at all. But when you make mistakes, sometimes people capitalize on it. Some bad things will happen, and we did that early. But the kids played hard and continued to fight and stayed resilient the whole game, and I was really, really proud of their effort and proud of our players and coaches. And there's no other team I'd rather be a part of. Nice. Moving forward this week, obviously a fall break, which I know kids are excited about, and so we're playing a Thursday game this week against PC West. PC West is a talented team, kind of looking for their first win. Right. They've been tight in some ball games. They've been able to score on some people. They've been able to stop people from scoring, but kind of just having a difficult time kind of putting their whole team together to make a run at rattling off some wins. But they're an athletic team. They're coached well, and it should be a fun night for some football on a Thursday.
Nice. Okay. So obviously we're here in the drama room. Let's talk to Mrs. Burton about obviously the one-act play, regional champs once again, headed to state. And so let's just talk about the play, what you've chosen to do this year, and kind of the success we had on Saturday.
Mr. Bass, we had a great regional. Obviously, we hosted here at Choctaw High School last Saturday, welcomed 4 other schools. We had 5, but one did drop, so 5 total, and we emerged the champions. I'm very proud of the show. It's the Crucible, and we have worked hard to make sure that we understand what this play is all about. It's an Arthur Miller classic. It's a show that I read, obviously, when I was in high school. We probably have all read it. Don't remember what much of it. We know that it's about witchcraft, and that's about it. But it's really so much more than that. It's a powerful show. It's a beautiful show, and it's a scary show. And I'm not talking scary as in the witches that are in it, but scary that this could really happen in our society. It's timely as well because when it originated, it was written by Arthur Miller because of the Red Scare. Do some research on that, and you'll find out, again, McCarthyism, etc. We've talked about that. We've studied it, and so I'm really proud of the kids for the work that they've put into the show, and I think that that's why it's been so successful.
Right, and so we're going to state October 24th?
Yes, we will
Thursday.
Be at Putnam City Original October 24th. We have an 11 a.m. Slot, so
Nice.
There will be 9 shows that day. I believe the first show starts at 8, and the last one hits the stage, I believe, at 6 p.m. It'll be a full day of theater. It's free. And so it is a Thursday school day, but that evening, if you'd like to come and watch some free one-act plays, come on down to Putnam City Original.
Right. Okay. So we're merging 2 of my favorite things. We got sports, we got drama, we got acting, and so there's no other way to say that Coach Corbin has been in one of the most prolific watched KJI videos of all time. Sure. And so we're upping the stakes this time. So we're going to try to get ready for the next one and try to go even further. So what we're going to do is Mrs. Burton has grabbed a copy of the script, The Crucible, and Coach Corbin's going to read some lines, do some dialogue work with one of the characters. I believe it's John Proctor, played by Garrison Brown, who is an all-star cast regional this Saturday. So it's just a short little snippet. We're going to listen to him read the dialogue, and then Mrs. Burton's going to give some critiques, or some, not more critiques, more of a, this is some suggestions of how to interpret this dialogue. Okay.
All
if you
right,
will.
Coach, you ready?
I don't know. I'm extremely nervous.
Do you know the show?
I don't know the show.
Okay, well, let me
and
just
also, I
give
noticed
you-
there's no pictures here either.
No,
for
there's
me
no
in
pictures,
this
Coach.
book right here for me
No
to look
pictures.
at. And so
I'm
that,
going to give you a little bit of a backstory that'll help you in regard to the character of John
okay,
Proctor.
I need to know what I'm getting into here.
There
Okay.
are only two characters in this particular scene, John
Okay.
Proctor and his wife Elizabeth. John Proctor's just come home late, and Elizabeth not happy about it because
Okay.
she thinks maybe he was somewhere he shouldn't have been.
Okay.
And so in the scene prior, she's been grilling him a little bit about where he's been, and then trying to really put some pressure on him to go and tell the courts things that he knows. And this is a scene where he kind of blows up at her. So
Okay.
that first two words is a little bit of a blow up, and now you tell her how you really feel. All right? So take it right there, Coach.
Okay, you
Feel
know
free
that
to-
I'm not a real actor. I play one on the show.
Well, you know what? Just like I tell the
Okay.
kids, do your best,
All right,
or else.
I'm extremely nervous. You have the legend here, and I'm extremely
Here we
nervous.
go.
All right. Spare me. You forget nothing and forgive nothing. I've gone tiptoe in this house all 7th month since she is gone. I have not moved.
Why are you smiling?
Well,
This is a serious scene.
well,
Don't smile.
I don't know what 7 month means. What does that
7
mean?
months, Coach. It's 7 months. That's all.
All right.
I've never heard of a 7 month. I don't
It's
know.
the 7th month. 7 months he's tiptoed in the house,
Okay.
is what he's saying.
All right, I'll get
Give me a little
back
bit
in-
more anger.
I
A
know.
little
I'm
bit more
trying.
anger.
The
Here we go.
the 7 month threw me off.
Yeah,
there.
well.
All right, I'm
okay,
sorry.
I,
Okay.
I understand that.
Back from the top.
Start back at the top. Spare me. Come on,
Spare
give
me.
it some more
Give me some
heart.
anger.
Spare me. You forget nothing and forgive nothing. I've gone tiptoe in this house all 7th month since she is gone. I have not moved from there to there without I think to please you, and I still the amount of highlighted there. I cannot speak, but I'm doubted. All right, I think the end I kind of really started. I started off a little rocky. At the end, I think I kind of got it. Yeah. And 7th month may go up here, and I may have to reuse that again sometime. So.
Hey, with a little bit of coaching and direction, I think you did a fine job.
Well,
you
I
got
sure
the look.
appreciate it. I appreciate
You got
that.
the look.
I
Proctor.
appreciate that. Thank you.
All right. So now we're going to flip it. We're going to put the pressure back on Mrs. Burton.
Okay.
What?
So
right.
I working with her. This is year 7. She will be talking to the kids, and I'm a former coach, so she tries to reference sports, and I'm just back there like, no, that's not how it works. So I think she needs a little coaching about the sport of football.
Okay.
So any kind of things you can give her to understand about the game.
Yeah,
would be good.
we'll just go through one of our kind of basic, what we call a smash concept.
Okay.
All right, and we call it something else that's top secret. What we call it, but it's a smash concept, and what that means is, you mentioned you did know some football. You mentioned some words you were
Yeah.
coming out with, and
Yeah.
and the corner
Tight end.
Yeah, I know. And to me, you have about most of it right there. But the smash concept is basically we're going to try to high-low the corner on a pass concept. And for us, we'll sprint out, which means we move outside the pocket. Our
Maybe
offensive
you need
line
to go
is
back
going
to the pocket. What's the
Okay,
pocket?
the pocket is basically when I catch the ball from a shotgun snap, we call that area the pocket behind.
Okay. The
behind
hot
the
spot, the place where the action
The
is.
hot pocket, if
Yeah.
you will.
The hot pocket. Hot pocket. Got it.
She's getting
yes.
it. She's getting it.
Got it.
Yeah. And so we try to get outside the pocket.
Okay.
And so we'll sprint out. Our offensive line is going to be responsible for gaps.
Okay.
And so what that means is if you were the person that snapped the ball, what's called a center, I would be the right guard. He would be the right tackle going this way. You'd be responsible for this side A gap. You'd be responsible for B gap. And then we would move outside and have the tailback responsible for outside C gap. And that's
Okay.
how we kind of communicate that.
ABC.
And then there's going to be the guy that covers the number 1 receiver. And we not jersey number, we number from outside in. And so the first guy is number 1, second guy is number 2, third's 3, four's 4. But the corner will be guarding number 1. And so we try to have a high-low concept on the corner on what's really called a smash concept. And so we're going to have a 5-yard, basically a 5-yard out. His job is going to be to get outside the outside linebacker. And then we have a corner route by number 1, and the corner route's job is to get outside the safety. And we tell our guys, if you have the corner route, your job is to get outside the safety, take care of the safety. If they're out, you have to outrun the outside linebacker. And we say, quarterback, your job is to handle the corner, which basically means if he takes the underneath, right? If he comes down, we're throwing the corner concept and the corner route behind him. If he stays and plays the corner, we're throwing the out.
Yeah. So so the field is a stage.
Okay.
Okay. We got stage right.
Stage right is what we're talking about.
That's what we're
in
talking
this
about.
case.
Stage right. We're going to move that quarterback to stage right in our blocking.
Okay.
Right. Those receivers are going downfield. They're doing their blocking, whatever route they're running. They're doing their blocking that they've been taught, and then the quarterback's going to look and see
Which
which
actor
is going to get the ball.
throw the prop to.
The prop, the football.
Exactly.
Yes, you got
Exactly.
it.
Exactly. And you got it. You got it.
And that's pretty
Okay.
much the game of football.
That's easy.
Woo!
Yeah. And
And
sometimes they may run it, hand it to the tailback.
Right, and as a coach, I was saying this, off camera, that as a coach, sometimes, especially on like JV nights, because there's not as much atmosphere and not a band there, and you can't hear as much and all that kind of stuff. You hear some really good coaching points from the stands, whereas coaches sometimes, you'll hear things like call the play that scores. And sometimes we don't think about that. It's like we should just call that play that scores a touchdown every time.
Right.
Sometimes we don't for whatever reason. Also, you hear good coaching techniques and points like tackle that guy. And it's like, and sometimes we're like, are we coaching him not to tackle? Maybe we need to do more of that. And so, anyway, so you hear some good pointers sometimes on different times of what we should be doing in football.
Right.
Okay. Touchdown.
Yes. That's
Score
it.
the ball.
Score the ball. All right. So our question of the week that we posed here is, since it's fall break, we got traveling going on. For most people, some stay at home, whatever. So our questions are, and you got two options here. Name a place that is like your go-to trip. Where do you like to go for a vacation? Or where's a trip or a spot that you want to go that you've never been before? So if you think about some place you usually go, or you can just answer where you want to go. Does that make sense?
I haven't been to my house in a long time. So going home would be nice.
Going home.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Staycation.
All right. That's what you're going to be doing for fall break, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, Coach Corbin.
That's easy for me. Me and my family love to go to Belize. We go there
nice.
quite a bit and been there multiple times, and it's kind of like it's kind of our favorite place.
That was my second choice.
Maybe retire there someday. We like to go. There's an island in Belize. If you ever get a chance to go there, it's called Key Cocker, and I actually named my second son after it in Key. And
How
and
cool!
It's just really, really cool. And so we've been there. My son learned to ride his bike on that island, and it's just really neat. Me and my wife, I think, have been there 5 times, and it's really unpopulated and really cool, and kind of out in the middle of the ocean. It's really neat. So
Nice.
we like going there.
Nice.
Will
Okay.
you take me?
I will. Yes, absolutely.
Just
Absolutely.
kidding.
All right. Okay. I think that's going to wrap it up for today. And obviously, fall break. We'll come back next week somewhere. I've actually got some schools that are ready for us this
Stay
time.
tuned.
Yeah. So I don't know which one we'll hit first, but we're going to be back on the road around the Choctaw School District. So stay tuned.
Awesome.
You guys have been great. Good job. Give it up for yourselves.
Woo!
Good work, guys.